Welcome back, everybody, to Magic 101. I got another deck that I wanted to show you guys. It's my take on Pests, black and green Pests. It's kind of an up and down deck for me. I've actually been playing it a little bit this morning and ended up going 7 out of 10. But with that in mind, I can also feel like there are times it doesn't quite work out. But what you're looking for in this deck is either the Sedgemoor Witch, the Witherbloom Apprentice, and the Bastion of Remembrance. And then the big bomb is you want to take the Plum the Forbidden and you want to sacrifice a bunch of the pests that you receive, the Serrated Scorpion, even the Lotus Cobra, and you want to sacrifice them, causing a kind of boomerang effect. You sacrifice the Plum the Forbidden, and you cast the spell. You sacrifice a number of creatures, and each time you do, it copies the spell for each creature sacrificed this way. Well, it's considered an instant, and then you draw a card and you lose a life. Your Witherbloom Apprentice, however, whenever you cast a spell, causes the opponent to lose a life and you gain a life. So, by sacrificing, say, 10 creatures, Plum the Forbidden goes off 10 times. That's 10 life that's been taken away from the opponent and given to you. The reason you have the Bastion of Remembrance is, again, you're sacrificing those creatures, and so you sacrifice 10 creatures, they lose 10 life, you gain 10 life. And finally, the Sedgemoor Witch is kind of a real fun addition to this card, but none of these 3 cards, the Witherbloom Apprentice, the Bastion of Remembrance, the Sedgemoor Witch, they're not required for you to get the spell off. But each one kind of adds a different little bit of flavor to the combo itself. In this case, Sedgemoor Witch will create green pest tokens, which has, when this creature dies, you gain a life. Those are the best to sacrifice because, in addition to powering the Plum the Forbidden, it allows you to gain a life off of that creature. So, it also allows you to say you sacrifice 5 to the Plum the Forbidden, you draw 6 cards, it creates 5 more pests from the Sedgemoor Witch, and hopefully you draw another Plum the Forbidden in that same draw, and you're able to sacrifice again, and you can kind of see it's kind of a self-fulfilling cycle. So, the lands in here are just basically Swamp Forest, and then Temple of Malady. You're going to use that to scry with, but really it's just there to even out the mana. Same thing with the Witherbloom Campus, but the Witherbloom Campus has the added effect of being able to scry, if need be, when you want to, whereas the Temple of Malady is only when it comes into play. Witherbloom Campus gives you later on in the game, maybe you're not getting what you want, you can activate the Witherbloom Campus. The other cards in the deck, Lotus Cobra helps speeds things up a little bit. Village Rites is another way to get to the Plum the Forbidden and everything else and kill off your creatures. Gnarled Professor allows you to learn, which lets you go to your sideboard and pull one of these pest summonings out or necrotic fumes. And again, they're instants, so that allows either the Sedgemoor Witch to activate or the Witherbloom Apprentice to activate. The Nessian Boar, I have that in there as well. It's just kind of a big creature for 10. And between the Gnarled Professor and the Nessian Boar, I like to use 10 the Pests to create a bunch of extra pests. Additionally, 10 the Pests is an instant, so when you do sacrifice these two, you are causing the Witherbloom Apprentice and the Sedgemoor Witch to go off. Now, let's go ahead and play a couple games here. Hopefully it works. But it's definitely a fun little combo. And I freely admit it was used on me a couple of times before I finally said, yeah, that's something I want to give a try to. Because When the Plumb the Forbidden goes off, it's actually pretty potent. All right, this is a terrible starting hand. We got one land. Other than that, it's great. I mean, we got the Lotus Cobra we can drop out there. We got the Gnarled Professor that we can give to the 10 of the pets, and the Plumb the Forbidden. Warlock is really in there for the second level thing, but it comes in handy. I'm actually kind of thinking about pulling the Warlock card and maybe getting a different sacrifice draw, but we'll see. So we're going to mulligan that. This is better. Not great, but better. Kind of want to ditch the Lotus Cobra. The rest of it helps right now, and really we want to do 10 the Pest on this Gnarled Professor. Yeah. Blue-black could be a Dimir Rogue deck, which it just seems everybody's using it. I'm getting tired of it, frankly. So tired of it that I refuse to actually build a Dimir Rogue deck, but that just makes me stubborn. Multiple Bastion of Remembrance is really good. Just for the sacrifice, and you gain life, they lose life. Not quite sure what he's going with here. Now, another advantage to having the Bastion of Remembrance out is you can suicide your creatures all day. I mean, if they want to blow them up, that's fine. It's going to cost them. It's going to hurt. Bastion of Remembrance is blown up. Well, look. So you're very rarely going to beat the enemy by using your creatures. And by that I mean you're not going to do a lot of straight up attack and kill them kind of thing. Instead, it's going to be you're sacrificing the creature to move right along with it. We're about to take dragon damage, which isn't fun, but really? I really kind of like the idea of having the village rites out there, because this will allow us to sacrifice the Gnarled Professor if he chooses to try and kill it. Ouch. That may be a way to go instead of the Warlock, is using the Professor Onyx because of the instant sorcery, lose 2 life, gain a life, that kind of thing. But I gotta honestly say, I'm not real thrilled with the her casting cost. Kind of want to gamble, see if we can get another turn out of this. Now, normally I would concede right here. I hate Ugin the Spirit Dragon. It's just a totally broken card, and it ends up in every deck. So normally when I see Ugin, I just drop. But for the sake of showing you this deck, I'll stick around for it. He's going to exile, and he's going to kill everything I have, leaving him with the Desert Doom. Yep. So what we're going to do... Five damage. Whoa. Oh, that's better. Okay, so let's do this. I hate this revealed card thing sitting over there. Alright. We'll ride it out for one more turn. Hopefully get him to waste something to try and kill the Gnarled Professor, and then we will use the Tend the Pest to kill the Professor. Thus, next round we can... Well, we'll let that go. That go. Oh. Yep, we're gonna get killed. Can't do anything about the dragon. So like I said, that just ruined our day, and every single time I see Ugin, I just walk. I'm actually going to do a video on cards that are in right now that end up in every deck, even ones they don't belong in. Ugin being one of them. And it's just ridiculous. I know that sounds like whining, but like I said, it's really just whoever gets the first Ugin out is gonna win that round. And hopefully Wizards of the Coast does something about that. It's a one-shot killer. It's a wipe everything out. Well, you can actually pull it off 7 times at one shot apiece, but yeah, it's awful. I hate that card. Now, every time I think I'm going to take the Lotus Cobra out, I go and it does something like what I'm about to do. And it's kind of like, oh, well, all right, never mind. That's kind of cool. Because here... Now, like I said in the last game, you're not always going to get the... You're not going to be able, with this deck, you're really not going to be able to kill them with just attacking damage. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't take advantage when you can. Like that. For the most part, this deck wins by narrow margins. You got to set up a lot of different things, and in order to set up all of those things, you have to definitely don't need that. And that's part of it, is we really just wanted him to kill our creatures. For that alone. The 3 Bastions of Remembrance are really hard to get by, especially if you're using red. Because his standard response is going to be to attack and destroy our creatures with red, but that doesn't necessarily work out when if you kill any of them, you're going to take damage. There we go. So we want it. You have to keep the Witherbloom Apprentice alive, because otherwise it doesn't go off. Oh. So it actually does damage pretty fast sometimes, but other times you've got to wait until you can get the combo going. He was playing a giant deck, which means he was going to have to try and get a larger amount of creatures than, or large casting cost creatures out, and so we were able to speed it up and get to him. Alright, decent opening hand. 2 lands, Village Rites to get some more cards, Lotus Cobra. I think we can stick with this. We really want to land. Like that. His hand's turning out nicely. Okay. I believe we want to do this. And then we want to do this. Gnarled Professor tramples as well. I like him because he's a 4-cast 5/4 that can be used to get 5 pests out of him. So that's actually pretty handy. That's not great. I say, you better attack with that. Now, I have foregone any real creature kill, despite using black here, because because I'd rather get the combo out a little bit faster. And if we can make it to the next turn without losing our Sedgemoor Witch or Witherbloom Apprentice, this next turn should be pretty good. But I've foregone any of the real creature killers because I'd rather get the cards that I want sooner and hopefully pull off the combo. Choices, choices. If only we could have got a Plumb the Forbidden out of that. I don't really see this god a lot. Not like the white one. He knows he's dead. Ah. Well, there you have it. And you even got to see the combo go off there at the end, although he did take out our Bastion, which was a little disappointing, but, you know, things happen. it's a lot of fun, and a lot of times you don't even need all of the pieces for the combo, but when you have all of the pieces for the combo, it's just devastating. So that was my version of Black Green Pests. Let me know what you think in the comics. And as I said before, I've been around playing Magic for a long, long time, and I would love to show you any other deck ideas that you may want me to test out. And I've got many more deck ideas on the way. So thanks for coming to Magic 101. Remember to like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. The channel really needs the help. Thanks, everybody. Bye.